I guess so. In terms of pitching your product, let's cast our mind back to the basics. I help X achieve Y by doing Z. For instance, I help HR staff members increase their productivity by cutting their admin tasks. I help middle-aged men or ladies with lowering their anxiety levels by providing therapy through yoga sessions, for instance, right? So that's what we are very familiar, and it's something that you may do over the phone, but you will not yield the best results if you do that from the get-go. So, in terms of doing a sum up, you've got the more pushy kind of sales style whereby you've got the person that says right at the outset, hey, we are rated number one, we've got the best price on the market, we are the best at that, we have the best coverage, we have won an award for being the best at that, we have unbeatable pricing regarding this, the caliber of clients we've got, etc., etc., etc. You see what I mean, right? So it's all about yourself, it's all about boasting, it's very self-centric, and it makes only a good impact on you as opposed to the person you're talking to, right? But then the importance of transitioning to a dialogue, transitioning into a conversation gets you to the consultative realm, right? Whereby you be involved in asking questions such as, okay, Mr. Prospect, could you walk me through X? Mr. Prospect, how does that impact you if, right? Mr. Prospect, what keeps you awake at night? How excited are you about your current situation? Yes, no, okay, may I ask why? What is the trigger event that harms your productivity? What is the size of your investment to fix the issue? Please walk me through the decision-making process. All those questions that encourages discussion, conversation between two human beings. Then you want to go towards the self-persuasion phase, okay? And that's where your prospect or your customer come to the realization that they need to think about the next steps and they need to own them, OWN, right? So, hey, what do you believe the next steps should be? This basically, you're leaving the onus on them. You're making sure that they are getting the final say, right? So let's say you've got a proposal. If I get you the proposal by midnight and that we're able to solve the issue X you've just discussed, what do you see as the next step? Okay. If let's say your customer tells you that they need to think about it, they need to pray over something, right? Well, and they'll tell you, hey, I will call you back later, X. So you can come back to the prospect saying that, well, I'm not randomly available. I'll give you the freedom to choose a slot in my calendar. I tend to be available on X date at X time, which is much more better. So what I'll do is that I can send you an invite so that we can talk and make sure that we get a conversation. How appropriate is that for you, sir or madam, right? Something along those lines. Not saying that it's perfect, but in the end, the idea is self-persuasion. They need to make their own decision and we need to leave them that possibility, okay? But remember, if there's one thing that you need to remember is that the pushy way, although it still exists, it is a red flag. Okay. So, in the end, right, just to highlight a bit what the importance of what we just said, when you start a call, it's really important to act with intent, because if you are on any kind of phone conversation or even a Zoom, if you don't set the agenda right from the beginning, that's a problem. And I reckon that when you're on a phone call and it's cold, you want to also let the customer what is the reason you want to talk to them, right? Customer or prospect. Then you want to make sure that you cover the value piece and you ask for the close. So that may be, again, a CTA, call to action, that is very specific, or it may be one of the self-persuasion examples that we have talked about earlier on. So just to sum up, guys, we're always going on the way up. And when you start a conversation, right, if you get the objection, I'm not interested, let me think about it, I need to pray over it, always attempt, in my eyes, right, to ask for situation question, right? I don't want to waste your time, Mr. Customer. I'm not even sure if I can help. but what specific parts you believe you need to think about? What specific part are you not interested in? Okay, and that's when you move on to the problem awareness. Okay, so they've told you a bit about what frustrates them. Okay, you get to understand and ask questions around that, and then you diagnose the problem. So regarding X, Mr. Customer, basically the problem that because you've listened to the customer, so the problem that you've identified, you want to understand what is the impact of continuing what you're doing. What are the solutions that your customer has already looked for? Who is currently helping with that? Where could you do with more relief? Okay, these are some of the questions that can help you go a bit deeper regarding the problem. Okay, but we're still in the yellow zone. How do we get to the green zone? Well, first there's the orange stop. An ideal state is just basically about what is it that they picture. What would good look like? Where do they want to go? What is the best situation for them? That's basically all the things that are revolving around what looks the best in their eyes, so that you can fine-tune your messaging to what is it that is desired, and then they will make their decision. Okay, guys, so I hope that was useful, but in a nutshell, that's how I believe you should focus on in order to have your prospect to be on your side, on the same wavelength as yours. Thank you ever so much, and let's chat again soon for another video. Ciao.